coming up on Twin Creek Crystal Mine. This place is not very well labeled. This is the first sign out of the one that says keep going. Look at all these piles.
Go down here.
I'm just gonna take a walk up to this spot, see if I can get over this ridge. Looks like I'm not gonna be digging in this area. They're sending us down that way for the pocket that we're gonna be working on today. Let's take a little look. Here it is. This is as far as I'm going to take it with the hose. Those two large ones have damage at the tips, but the rest of them that did survive, looking pretty good. Big pile of mud. There be treasure in there. Doing the you go wash down and see what's left. This is probably the mud from the vein that I just scooped up. Didn't have time to really look through it. Just bring it back and see what shows up. Nice 1-inch point there. Got about 90% of that mud pile. Beautiful Twin Creek point. Oh man, it's looking like I got me a winner here. Check it out. Just all that mud's coming off, and there's like a nice 3-inch point. Another big one to the left of it. Oh, hope it's all intact. Look at this one I just picked up here. It's a half of a crystal, sheared off the vein. That's a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 incher. Probably won't look beautiful, but super cool specimen. Got some skeletal there. Still going through the mud pile, but you can definitely see all the beautiful points. This was definitely a vein that just got obliterated by the excavator, and lo and behold, I can't believe I found a tip that belongs to this shard. Look at that. So I will attempt to fix them later, but beautiful large crystals out of the vein. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I think most rock hounds would agree that if you want to load up on quartz crystal, you go to Arkansas. I mean, that is why they made it the state mineral. Now Arkansas does have many other minerals. Turquoise, wavellite, diamonds, bourmine, copper, but pretty much quartz is king. Here it is, all cleaned up. My biggest and best looking plate specimen. Isn't that just a fantastic looking piece? In the Mount Ida area, I believe you're pretty much just going to find like milky, smoky, and clear quartz. You will find some variations like phantoms, twinning, even faden. So definitely be on the lookout for those in your stash when you go through them. Well, we got to clean the crystals. So there's many different ways and chemicals and acids. I decided to just use oxalic acid. That was the most economical. I got a 20-pound bag powder from Walmart online, pretty cheap. And I did a mixture of 1 pound powder to 1 gallon of water. Didn't soak it for more than a couple hours at a time, so do it as needed. And then afterwards, make sure you soak it in some baking soda. Make sure just neutralize it, and then clean water to rinse it off. That was helpful in getting the gunk off, as well as softening up the mud when you're cleaning it up. Have a look at this piece. Small druzy, but still nice enough for me to take back. There were 3 kinds of mud I found there. You know, light colored peanut butter, soft one. Well, this one I call a medium grade, hard but does soften up with the acid soak, very red. And then there's this other like brown blend, and you can see it and hear it. Super hard. I had no idea it would be this difficult to actually remove and mess with. So even though this is a nice plate, but it's a lot of work to get rid of this guy. I did a test soak for about 2 days on a piece, and it didn't even soften up. The only thing that made a difference was this engraving tool that I had, which, you know, it's got a vibrating tip. So it did actually break up these guys to where I can get to, you know, the crystal. But it's a lot of work. Look at how much you got to break off. So you may, if you see this, you may or may not want to work with it, or just take it the way it is. It's a little tip. Oh, and also I didn't know what to do with these guys, so I just left them out in the sun for like 2 months, and I noticed that there were some cracks along some of the other pieces. Like this one here would have a crack, and it would just start contracting. That's what the sun does, is it gets rid of all the moisture in these things, and it actually did loosen it up a bit. So that was a little bit of a help, just leaving it out there. Now there are probably like 10 or 15 pay-to-dig sites in Arkansas. There's a lot of them now, which is great for rock hunters because, you know, everyone wants to get in on the experience. There's easy tailings piles you can go through for pretty cheap, all the way to hardcore rock breaking. I've been saving my time and my pennies, and I wanted to bring home a lot, so we went for the pocket dig.
All right.
Other pockets.
This is the other pocket, but are we going to this pocket?
Yeah, we're gonna be here.
I thought the 500 pocket is.
All right, my honey's got some
That's fine. This little one.
first find. Look at that. Pretty.
I know, it's great.
Okay, we have made it out to our pocket area.
Oh, my first one.
There you go.
We're unloading as we're getting staged up, and he's getting ready. Bobby, I think is his name.
Oh, they're out here.
All right, everybody, we're still mining rocks out at Twin Creeks in Arkansas. First time out here. We're picked up a pocket dig. It is heading back that way. That's where our spot's going to be. Behind me is another big wall, but I think there used to be pockets up there. I'm not sure. I know some people have done those up there. And that's the staging area where we park, so I have to drop the car back off there after dropping out load of boxes and equipment. And I'm heading back there now. Take a look at all these huge aggregate pieces. Oh, there's some druzy right here along this faceplate. So they're going to be tearing up some openings for us, and hopefully I can get some nice plates to bring back to Florida. That's the goal. Okay, so we're over at this smaller section, and he's starting to rip open our pocket, and we're waiting. In the meantime, we're doing some surface hunting along with some of these other guys. There's my honey right there. He's already picking up some goodies. I'm just getting busy with all our stuff here, getting ready. picked up my first little nice clear one. Oh, I got a giant? Oh no. We'll have to wait for the nice slices there. Ooh, pretty nice clear one here. Going around looking for crystal faces. Here's one right there. Nice pretty guy. Oh, it's another baby right there. So, doing the surface hunting first. See what this guy is. Fragment. But yeah, just kind of going through this big pile along with April. Looking for the goodies. Check out this little cluster. So I can get them out. Hey, probably my best little mini so far. Points on damage too. Oh, I was just getting up and look at this guy's underneath me. Oh yeah, got some points in that one. Got lucky. Hey everybody, Anthony here and April. We are Crystal Miner Rocks, and that behind us is our first Arkansas Twin Creek Pocket Dig. And we're going to be, they cleared it up a bit, and we're going to just start going through the tailings that came off and just start going through all the material and seeing what you know, we can bring back. All right,
as much as we can.
All of it. April's scaling the wall of it. So here are all our torn down wall here, and there's some peanut butter, and you see there's this is a nice cluster right there. Hopefully that's intact. And we're going to be, here it is, all cleaned up. Such a beautiful prominent point. Picking up all these smaller chunks first, getting them into the tub, and then oh yeah, there's moisture inside.
So does it mean there's crystal in here?
Yeah, we want to. Well, I'll have to crack that up open later. But just, so here's the seam, and you'll see all the crystal in that vein. There. There's some more. So we're going to be looking for the dark area, the red, iron-rich area, and we can work in that spot up to our yellow line. There's another cluster. Here's some of the clusters from the top that April pulled out. Got some nice clear pieces there. There's even some iron on this one, so we can start bagging these right away. Got another, some little fragments. They're like everywhere, so. But there's a lot of crystal in here too. There's a big chunk of peanut butter mud. This one's got a little cluster of one incher, guys. Haven't seen a whole lot of these yet. A lot of them are kind of these small, maybe ½ inch or a little less than that. But it's hard to tell until the mud gets washed away. So we're just collecting all these chunks first. Okay, so my most important piece of advice to you is when you get to cleaning these plates is to go slow and gentle. Do not use a pressure washer, a textile gun, your hose on a jet setting, because it'll just blow that crystal off. That excavator was not kind to these plates and chunks, let alone the 20 or 30 foot drop from the top, so they're pretty rattled by the time you get to them. Okay, so this is what I mean. Because I'm not using high pressure and I'm going slow, as the mud's coming off, I can see which ones are going, starting to wiggle or coming loose. And I stop right away, and I just take a bunch of pictures or video if needed. This way I know what orientation they are, where they're pointing, which way, what they're touching next to. Because see all that space? That's all where crystals used to be. And if you just saw a loose guy come washing off there, you'll never know. I guarantee you. You'll never know which one it'll fit back on. So I learned that really quickly, and I was able to fix a good 7 or 8 pieces with some of these points on there, and they're just so much better, especially since these are kind of smaller chunks, and they're not my pocket didn't have these 2-inch crystal points that you could easily see where it came from. So that's my best piece of advice. Go slow if you want to start fixing them. And this is what I use, gem tack, and that's the glue to fix my crystals here. So good luck on that. Here's that big wall of druzy.
Go one big one.
And Just still working here. Oh, she does have a big one right there. Wow, see the potential is there. Look at that. That's somewhere in a vein that, you know. Good find, honey. That's what we're looking for. Somewhere in here. I'm moving rock. It's a little noisy, moving rock, and I just uncovered this guy here. Don't know what shape it's in, but got some nice, nice tall points there. That's a looker. Yeah, this beauty is gonna have to get packed away right away in the box, along with the other specials. Tearing it up. I just got this guy show up here. Nice clear point right there. Hopefully more will show up underneath. And then I got this guy. It's like a milky. Hard to tell. It probably won't be that pretty, but I'm taking it anyway. They're all coming home. Still going through this spot here. Oop, look, there's a nice big one. Little double. Probably came off of this guy. There's this huge piece. There's a nice point there, and I'm gonna see if I can hack that off. It's a nice little plate of 1/2 inches there. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of this little section. Okay, my honey just picked up this like heart-shaped V guy. Look at that, like 2 inches. Nice big point there. Oh, and then I got this guy. Just have to go bag him. Got that nice point. Sweet cluster. Now that is a nice cleanup. Let's get a closer look. Okay, got 3 nice clusters. Here's one, like a 1/2 inch point there. Some smaller ones, and then put this guy down. This is probably the best out of the batch so far. Should look really nice cleaned up. See, like 2 giant pieces there. Decided to wash this little guy up. Nice clear one. Beautiful point there. Wow, check this out. Losing my balance here. Man, that's your prize piece today, honey?
So happy.
Wow.
Ah.
That is yeah, looks pretty undamaged too. It's
Yeah.
clear.
Uh-huh.
She likes the clear stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
So pretty.
Gonna take this large chunk back and take a chance that there's some points underneath this big layer of clay. I'm not gonna mess with breaking stuff. I will chip this off here and see what survives. But I got some hopeful pieces here. Here is a really huge one. I broke it down to about 1/3 of its size. Really lucky. Has a nice, maybe 1 inch point there, kind of on a cluster plate there, and everything just came apart, and I got this piece here. That was all one piece, and then there's a little fragment here that might look nice. Save the point there. So, big matrix piece. 2 scores. Looks like there's a nice vein here because I'm still clearing out really nice clear pieces. This is a good maybe an inch there, and a nice shard here. Take a look at that. Nice clear torpedo. A little cluster showed up, just going through the tailing still. Starting to go through this loose stuff. So pretty. Can't tell how it's gonna look. You can see all the crystal faces. They're pretty big actually. This guy started moving. Look at that. It's broken, but it's a nice little tip there. Yeah, it came right there. Wow, there's probably more. Gotta take my time on this spot. I've made me 2 mud pies. These are from the that spot right there. I'm going to start chiseling into that vein. We're not going to spend any time going through. There's loose crystal in there. Nice ones too. Crystal crystal seems to still be attached a little bit. Whoa. Okay, wow, this actually came out better than I expected. So there's crystal all here. I just can't tell how nice it is, but they are kind of big. Inch or so, but whew, it's hard work breaking into this rock. Not sure if it's fool's error. You know, that crystal is there. You can see it's in the peanut butter, and I just don't know if I'm able to get matrix pieces out or they're just going to be shattered. Like, this is a pretty nice looking one here. Get a little leg cleaning there. Well, yeah, this is way too much mud on it, but that's a nice, good, over an inch long. So it's all right here. I've been chipping into the spot. Let's keep it going. My hopes of getting large plates out of this is slowly dwindling. It's a lot of work to crack it off the side, and then the points that are behind these peanut butter pockets are just, you know, behind. So it's going to take like hours and a lot of energy. So it's going slow going. I think I'll work what I can, and then I'm just gonna have to resort to just breaking pieces off. I'm like, here's one. I do have some nice 1-inchers in here, but they're just I'm not gonna able to get it out of matrix pieces, unfortunately. So then I might just end up climbing up there, just scooping what I can as well, because standing on such a steep angle and chipping away is not really gonna be possible either. I'm likely to just slide off of this thing. So the pocket dig is still worth it in a sense, but getting large plate pieces is not really almost feasible. I guess maybe up in that spot I could squat, just depends. But this is super steep. What small pieces I am able to kind of chisel out, you can see one piece right there. It's clear, hopefully it's still attached. I have no idea until this all gets cleaned up, but there's some on here as well. Just small pieces everywhere. There's some here. I have made it up to the top part, near the trees. It is very sketch, super slippery. I'm covered in mud, so I'm not doing too much video. This patch of points, just praying some of it comes off. It's pretty decent size. And then after that, I'm not doing any more. There's a nice vein. It just goes up all the way top here. Big points, but there's no way I could stand in safely. Kind of chisel and work on it, so I'm kind of on this ledge, and just taking a break right now. Pop this guy off. I'm done. That took a crazy amount of work. I'm not even sure if it was worth it, but one piece came out intact, and I'm praying there's actually a few good looking points under this, but the rest of it just exploded, came out of here. Large chunks, but hoping for a plate, and I don't know. There's, like, you can see there's one nice, ooh, that's a weird looking chisel point there on top of this guy, but yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this guy together. Super proud of this one, mainly because I was like 30 feet up on that wall when I broke it out, and that's looking pretty nice. There's still some in here, but I'm done. There's way too much energy spent cracking this guy out. Maybe I'll take all these loose guys here. There's that. Nice. Got one tip for you guys. I'm not sure what your expectations are, but I had something to basically dig out a lot of plates, and it was not the case. You know, short of just the spot where you're standing, when you start getting up top there, you're just not in a good spot and angle to start chiseling and really working, so you exhaust yourself. So after a bit, we're almost running out of time. I'm just starting to work the bottom area again where the excavator had tore up the stuff, and hopefully find some existing plates that didn't get too damaged. But that seems to be kind of it right there, versus me digging out chiseling into the wall. I'd spent some time on that, but it was most of the time they broke apart, so it was kind of like, man, that sucked. So hopefully I'll get I only remember a couple pieces that I hope were really good after the tear up. We'll see what happens. Hey everybody, we are packing it up now.
Whew.
My honey is really exhausted. Actually, I'm pretty tired too. Let's say we have to cut out about 3:30. We're getting to that point, and I'm just doing some final pickups. And we're gonna say goodbye to Twin Creeks. Lots of druzy crystal everywhere. Some hopeful plates. A couple of long 1-inchers. There's also milky and lots of small plates. So we'll see how they look like when we get back. See ya. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I do appreciate your support. Be safe rock hounding and stay tuned for the next adventure. Anthony out. Look at the bling on this guy. It's pretty sweet looking. This one's got a nice platform already cut by Mother Nature. All right, let's take a look. Wow, that is a beautiful piece. I think I even see a little bit of a fandom in there. Wow, this is a great piece.